Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. I was too soon, wasn't I?
A little bit.
Damn. Welcome to the UglyMugs Podcast. It's okay. I'm faster than your clicks.
I'm your host.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
So today we actually found a coffee that Justin tried. He didn't actually do a mug of it, but he tried it.
I tried it.
So it's Girl Scout Thin Mints.
I did not catch any of the mint.
I get the mint. I do get the mint. I put too much cream. I do that quite often. I'm a little too heavy-handed sometimes.
Yeah.
The problem is I'm used to making my pots, which are really like dark, lots of grounds, things like that. And when I do a K-cup, it's just so much less that I kind of screw it all up. Now, you are trying something new today, and you didn't. Hey, welcome.
Ito N unsweetened green tea, and I don't know why, but I pulled off the start of it, and I said I'll try it fresh on camera.
Chug. No, don't chug. You make yourself sick.
Oh, that is strong.
Good thing you didn't chug.
You can taste the ascorbic acid, but it's really good. That unsweetened, I would probably throw at least like half a spoonful of sugar in there, just at least give it a little bit more. But that is actually really good.
Is it?
That is,
Yeah, it's all Japanese day.
Yeah. It's I can tell it is authentic though. I've had actual green tea before. That's probably really close to it, and it was only what, $1.99?
Something like that, yeah.
Well,
then we picked up the next like 4 or 5 episodes worth of coffee and teas because there was a clearance sale, and we're cheap bastards.
We are cheap bastards, and I mean we are getting some money through all this. But
We're also bastards by definition. So there's that too. It's okay. All right. So let's start with last week's movies.
That was Tremors 1 and 2, and I didn't mean to spoil that, but oopsie doopsie.
That's all right. So Tremors 1 and 2, which was Lauren's second watch of Tremors 2,
Nice.
right off the bat with a 69, and thank you.
Nice.
Which was actually the name of our 69th episode.
Yeah, it was.
It was
nice.
So Tremors 1, what'd you think?
I liked it. Kevin Bacon, man.
I think he didn't want to do this movie at first.
I don't think he did. He did and he didn't, because he kept up with the accent throughout the whole thing. He stuck to it.
Now, he's talked about it. He says that he was in a point where his career wasn't doing too great, and then it's these things. It's like these different things where it's like this is a good thing though, because he ended up doing a movie that he loves. His career wasn't doing too great. His mother was sick. His wife was pregnant, so he took the role. But he says he remembers like walking down the street with his wife in New York and him just being like, I can't believe I'm doing a movie about freaking worms. So,
and lo and behold, it would be one of the ones he's remembered for.
Yeah, the first movie to truly make money on home video. Yeah,
because you mentioned it was a flop in the box office, but earned a lot in the home.
Yeah. Do we have box office on here? Let me scroll a little bit. Yeah, so they made $5 million more than what they spent.
Yeah.
So it's technically a flop.
It's technically.
In my mind, I'm like, fuck, we got an extra $5 million. We can make another movie.
Yeah, it has to make over half of what it spent. So if it made it was 17, I think.
The hilarious thing, the money they made extra is about what they spent on the second film.
Oh wow!
Because the second film was like a $4 million movie.
Yeah. Wow.
That's amazing. So yeah, he keeps up with the accent. You now get an inside joke of mine. Fuck you!
I enjoyed this movie. The first one I fully enjoyed. I will be behind the first one. Second one, I was starting to get a real bad migraine. Yeah. And I will have I'll talk about that when we start.
Yeah, we'll get into 2 here in a second.
But 1, great.
88% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.1 out of 10 on 9DB, 65 Meta, 92 from the Google users. I'm going with the Google users.
I'm with the Google users.
Yeah, this movie's definitely in the 90s.
It's a really good.
It's
it's a really good one. I like it. I like it a lot. It didn't do anything outrageous, and even if it did something outrageous, it was to be expected.
The practical effects, like the way the worms look, is amazing.
Oh yeah. The first one hitting the waterway barrier.
Yeah, the concrete.
Yeah, and then the concrete actually breaking out, and you can see all the actual. It's actual rock. It's not like that ply-away stuff. I was like, okay, this is practical. Yeah. This is great. And then the second worm doing the. Oh no, that was the third one, wasn't it? Second one was exploded. Third one was the one that jumped, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Even still, the one that went off on the side, it looked great. Just the.
Yeah. Now something that you'll eventually see when we get to 3, because eventually we'll watch the third one.
Okay.
They don't touch on it in 2. And spoilers for everyone for both 1, 2, and 3. So you remember in 2 when you see Bert's fixed his basement and he's got the mounted head from the one that came through the wall?
Yes.
Because of them, in 3 we see Bert's house again. And he has surrounded his house with concrete underground. So the graboids can't get through to his house. And then still got the fence, which helps with the second ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Universal. All of them are Universal. Universal hasn't sold it from what I remember. So they did 3 films.
Didn't they have something in Universal Studios that surrounded Tremors for a brief time?
Not that I remember, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It's one of those things where, Tremors ride, maybe. It's one of those things where like Universal's smart about some of the things they do. Tremors is a wooden roller coaster located in Silverwood themed. No, okay, that's not it.
No, that's not it. Oh, but you can get a first person on it. I'll just have that running in the background while you talk about that.
Okay. But I mean, they did a lot of like smart things. There was a Twister ride for a while. There was a Jaws ride for a while. The Jaws ride was fucking awesome. I wish I'd gotten to go on it. It was it was at Orlando, sadly. Oh. So was Twister. Actually, Bill Paxton went for the last day of the Twister one when they were shutting it down.
What was it? The only one that I really wanted to go on just because of how interesting it was the Superman one.
Oh, at Magic Mountain?
Was it Magic Mountain?
Yeah, Six Flags has the DC contract.
Oh,
because Warner Brothers doesn't do a theme park. In fact, the only Warner Brothers theme park is in Australia, and they don't even own it.
The only theme park I could recall going to was the one for my 30th birthday with you guys.
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
I spill coffee.
Party fell. Oh yeah, we actually got napkins and all that. We're actually like on the ball today.
Semi-professional,
but
the napkins were more lazy lunch. Going nuts over this roller coaster. But no. So practical effects. Kevin Bacon does great. Everyone did great in their roles. And so you put it in the 90s. Let's talk about Tremors 2 then. Tremors
2. So Tremors 2. Aftershock. Yeah. This one was a little bit higher over the top, and it shows.
I feel like a lot of that came from the studio cutting budgets and stuff like that. There's a lot of things they had to change about the movie due to budget constraints.
They literally had most of the movies be explosions.
Yeah, because you can blow up the ground cheap and not have to show anything.
Yeah.
You know? The movie was originally supposed to be like a $16 million movie. They were given 4 or 5.
Yeah. Let me see.
They were given 4. It was right there. This one did not get theatrical release. In fact, because of that, there was an argument between the people that made the film and Universal, and the film got shelved for like 2 years before actually getting released.
Phew.
Yeah. But what did you think? We're at 90 from the Google users. We are at a 4.1 out of 5 for Voodoo. That's still pretty high. 63 on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's a big drop. That's like 20% drop, and 25% drop from the other one. But still technically fresh.
Oh,
audience says 46,
and that's a lot more users. Get out of here.
Go away. We don't want to give you money.
That's bad enough. We don't have money. I mean, that's pretty bad when the audience score is a lot lower.
Yes, but also at the same time, what does the audience give things like The Room?
I mean. They call it a cult classic for some reason. I guess this one could be considered the same.
Now, the 63% is really interesting to me, considering it's only 8 reviews.
Yeah. Let's see.
I guess people didn't really review VHS
Quote not available. Quote not available. Yeah. The sequel captures the humor. Okay.
Yet another bad sequel. I hate that argument. I hate the argument that a sequel is immediately bad because it's a sequel. And I can give you plenty of sequels that are better than the original.
Okay.
Aliens.
Okay. T2.
T2.
T2. Okay. We can go all day.
Yeah.
But you're right. But then again, who is this person? Atlantic
I
City
don't know.
Weekly. Let's see. Let's dig into.
Not gonna find anything.
Yeah,
it's Atlantic City Weekly.
Like, yeah, you're in Atlantic City. What do you got going on that's a lot better than
They've
frickin'
got
Tremors
our
2?
hotels, but not as good.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here, stupid ass. Stupid. Ah.
So, spoilers. So
spoilers,
where do you put it?
I put it at a lot lower. I had said I was getting a migraine, and I was already like knee deep out of it. And it didn't really keep me in.
What did you think about the monster change?
The monster changing was kind of cool. How it was like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark, and spitting out three. Was it?
I think it was one per graboid, but the problem is they can then breed really quickly.
Okay, yeah.
Because they can breed asexually really quickly.
Yes.
That was a fucked up line.
That was a messed up.
So someone screwed up on the script.
Hermaphrodite.
She says that they're hermaphrodites because they can produce asexually, and I'm like, that's
not the right
not
word.
how that works.
Mm-mm.
They're just asexual.
Yes.
It's a sad day when the dialogue in your movie fucks up something that the Matthew Broderick Godzilla got right.
That's a lot of fish.
It's a lot of fish. I loved that movie as a kid. My grandfather bought me the VHS because he knew how much of a Godzilla fan I was. Granted, the same man that would watch Sci-Fi Channel all day and liked the Sharknado movies. Not the point.
I like the first one.
I remember where I was when he got me that movie, the Godzilla one.
Godzilla
Like
2000?
There's Godzilla 2000, and then there's the Matthew Broderick one that was Godzilla that came out in 2000. Be careful. There's actually a Godzilla movie titled Godzilla 2000.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. Like, I go back and watch the 60s ones all day.
I have the new ones. I haven't watched them yet. King of Monsters and the one with Bryan Cranston.
I want to see King of Monsters.
I have them both, and I also have Kong, Skull Island.
Okay.
Because that's the one that's crossing over with King of Monsters.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
what's the final number you give Tremors 2, though?
Tremors 2, about a 7 out of 10. Like, I like it. I enjoy it. I am right behind it. It's just, I don't know. There was too little substance for what was gained.
Okay.
But at the same time, it was still entertaining. I'm not gonna, knocks it. If it's on TV and there's nothing else better, I'll still probably pop it on just for background.
Yeah, I like it. I'll watch it again. I will continue to watch it. I mean, I owe the 4-pack for the original 4. I'll give it like an 80%, an 8 out of 10.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's definitely not as good as the first one. I would have loved to have seen what would have happened if they'd gotten Kevin Bacon back, if the budget had been higher. Tremors 3 we'll eventually watch, but I'll tell you right now, I do enjoy Tremors 3, and we'll probably eventually watch Tremors 4. I don't like Tremors 4.
No.
Tremors 4 goes back to the Old West. I don't like it.
Okay.
So
that's the prequel. Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So tonight's movies you picked.
Tonight's movies I picked, one is World War I, the other one is World War II.
We're going to watch them in that order?
Sure.
Okay.
So, first one will be in 1917. Four.
Yeah.
I can't
Four
do-
time?
I
Four
can't,
time?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do the Booker T thing.
Because it's 5 times. I love, have you ever seen Rod Van Dam had a response to him? Because he does the 5 time. Rod Van Dam just looks at him and goes, wow, you lost that 5 times? And he's like, no! Yeah, so 1917.
1970. I'm gonna
I
look.
think it was 4 Oscars.
I want to say.
You typed in Emmy.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Why did I? Oh.
It's wrong thing.
Yeah, how weird.
I think it won 4.
Oh my!
Academy Awards.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, best cinematography, best visual, and best sound mixing.
But it was nominated for
everything.
9, 10. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. So my understanding is it is based off of a memoir written by the director's grandfather who actually was in the war, or great-grandfather. Grandfather or great-grandfather, I can't remember which, that was actually in the war.
It would probably be great.
Well, we don't know how old the director is, though.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
A family member of his. A grandfather of sorts.
Yes.
It was his memoirs that he has now turned into.
Father of a father, don't know how far father goes. Okay.
Yeah, father. The other one is Midway.
Is Midway, which has a bigger budget.
And Nick Jonas.
And Nick Jonas.
I got nothing against the guy.
And
He
many
just caught
more.
me off guard.
And many more.
Yeah. No, it's actually got a hell of a cast from what I remember seeing.
And the other thing is, not a lot of people liked it.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm like, I'm interested, Just because I enjoy the idea of what happened between, Pearl Harbor and then having to fight around it.
Mhm.
And then World War happens soon after. So this is technically considered World War One. Because
World War II. It's 1941.
Thank you, World War II. Even though this is technically the Battle of Pearl Harbor. So as soon as this ends is when it happens.
Yeah, when we actually get involved in World War II.
Correct.
As America, I should say.
Yeah, it had a budget of $100 million.
I mean, CGI is not cheap.
It is not.
And then you got to build all those cockpits for those guys to sit in, because while everything else is green screen, they're sitting in cockpits.
Yeah.
So.
And then $125 million earned in the box office. That is a
technically flop.
Disaster.
Well, that says U.S. U.S. dollar. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just the U.S. box office. I was gonna say, where's the rest of it? It's just domestic.
Yeah. So I'm curious about it. If we happen to want to dip halfway through this movie, I'm not gonna be mad at it.
I'll probably give it its full thing. Did you ever see Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck?
Yes.
So my brother's dad, his ship is actually in that movie, and he got to meet Affleck because of it, because they actually filmed on real aircraft carriers.
Oh.
So they filmed on his aircraft carrier while he was at Coronado. And he met Affleck, got a signature or something like that. My mom has now lost that signature. I don't know how. But yeah, he met Affleck and everything.
Cool.
Yeah, interesting stuff. All right, let's get into some news.
Let's get
Where do you want to go?
Let's hit up the deals for the week.
Deals.
There we go.
We need to see if there's a way we can do like an image that they can sit here and stare at rather than just a empty browser.
I mean, I could probably do.
We'll figure it out another time.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, food for thought.
Food for thought. So a little bit of a deal. I usually
buy.
don't go this far out, but when it's half off for something that is detrimental for a lot of things, computer, console, space.
When you're a Game Pass player and you have access to the 233 games, plus also already owning almost 200 games on your own.
I have a 4 terabyte and it's almost full. I'm serious.
You always gave me shit for how full my console was too.
Well,
now you understand the pain.
To be fair, I've downloaded Red Dead, I've downloaded Watch Dogs. Yeah. They're big games.
Yeah, they are. I've got Red Dead 2, I've got GTA 5, and I've got Odyssey all on my console right now.
Yeah, and I've got 1.
and Witcher.
Oh yeah,
and
the Witcher
DLCs.
Yeah, and I mean I've got 1.3 teras left, and I'm just like,
yeah. I can't even do a couple megabyte update right now.
Yeah,
on West of Dead.
This would be very beneficial. It's Easy Store. I have 2 of these strapped to my Aurora at home.
I don't think I've ever used Easy Store, but if you say it's good, I'll trust you on it.
Yeah, I have 2 strapped to Aurora.
So,
actually,
Aurora is not a person; it's his computer. Yeah. Just to be clear, he's not strapping. Is that what we got in Easy Store?
Yeah, that's a 4 right there.
Okay. Well, because I knew we were using my passport, I didn't know about the other one.
Yeah, the one that I bought from Best Buy.
Best Buy, which is where the sale is.
Literally, that one.
Not sponsored by Best Buy. It's just we shop deals.
Yes. That one's a 2 terabyte that I got on sale for $50.
Yeah.
And I mean, $50 for a 2 is still pretty good.
I mean, the one I've got downstairs, I think I got on sale for 40 or 50. Yeah.
Okay, but even still, $90 half off. I just wanted to mention it before getting into like some actual news.
I wonder if I can order this for pickup. I'm sure I can. I'd like to order it
for pickup.
Sweet. That is not at all the store near us, thank God.
No, it isn't.
That's not giving away our location.
I mean, even if that would be the one at Arroyo? No, that would be the one up on
Well, don't give away my location.
I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to give. I even still.
The point is, that's not where I live. You can search for me there all day long. You'll never see me.
Oh no, ugh, no. But yes, it's just a deal. Humbundu.
More deals,
and
deals for good causes.
Yes. So the cool thing about this that I'm doing right now is scroll all the way down to what I need.
Scroll.
So. With this, I actually have the links that I'm going to be throwing into the chat.
Link coming at you.
If you happen to want to use our little prerequisite to get yourself some nice things while helping out a charity. Today's charity is Covenant House, which helps out with providing people with food, shelter, warmth, just immediate care for the homeless. And that I can always back because the U.S. has a bit of a problem with homelessness.
Yes.
And if a person about my age has even a slight mental disability, loses their family, loses anyone that they're has major ties with, not just saying death or otherwise, but like they get kicked out or there's just a discrepancy, they have nowhere to go, and this helps that out. And you get some good bonuses, some really good bonuses with that. For $1, you get Tormentor X Punisher, probably one of my favorite twin stick shooters. Goner, which I don't know what the Blueberry Edition brings. I enjoy that the fact that they call it the Blueberry Edition.
What's going on? Does it tell us here? And yes, there are
new head, also, new weapon, new
and
world.
It said, and yes, there are blueberries.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for the blueberries.
I appreciate it. I like blueberries.
It's a roguelite style platforming game. I enjoy it. I never really got too deep into it. I probably got maybe 3 runs into it. Kathy Rain, good point and click detective adventure, and that's
a good detective story.
Like you get some really cool stuff for just $1.
Yeah, a good detective story. So.
Yeah. $7.10. You get Whispers of a Machine, a point and click adventure that I have downloaded. I will be playing this sometime soon. Don't know if I'll be streaming it because something tells me it'll be way too chill. Kingdom New Lands, and then just regular Kingdom. New Lands is basically Kingdom just with a major overhaul. Both are good in their own rights, but New Lands is better. Oh wait a minute! You do $12, you get Bad North.
I've played this a little bit.
Bad North is
an
like
interesting concept.
A better Risk, I will call it, because it simplifies it.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not, because it does simplify it so much that I'm going to say it's not like Risk, because it's literally pick an island. Okay, now defend that island. Pick the next island. Defend that island. Upgrade right. Make sure you place people right.
Yeah.
It's not map control.
Yeah. Okay, so, I'll give you that.
It was enjoyable for a little bit. I got burnt out. Okay. But
and then one we talked about before.
This one I have yet to try, but I want to. I do have it downloaded.
Yeah, this is in Paris. You play as a taxicab driver who just survived a attack from a mass murderer, a
serial killer.
And cops are blaming you. Got to find your innocence through people that get in your cab.
You have what, 7 nights to do it?
7 nights to do it.
Smack the mic.
Oh no. That's at that level, and then at the very bottom level.
Oh, wait, there's one more game up there.
Oh, this one I don't know about. Mosaic, but it looks pretty.
That does look kind of pretty.
Yeah, Raw Fury does some really pretty games. I've come to notice. Like, even though it looks very simplistic, it looks pretty.
Interesting. Okay, and then the $15 mark.
And then $15 is the sequel to Kingdom, which looks even better than Kingdom. Kingdom 2 Crowns. Look at that. I love pixel art.
I like pixel art too. I just feel like sometimes people use the fact that pixel art has a following to make a bad game and swear it's good.
I mean, that looks pretty.
That does look pretty.
Next one on the list is the Double Fine. Now, they've been around for 20 god dang years. And the link is going up in the chat in about 3, 2, 1. So, with Double Fine, I have played the vast majority of their games. And for $1 freaking dollar, you get probably one of my favorites. And that's Psychonauts.
Okay, so... unpopular opinion.
You don't like it. I know.
Don't like it. My brother loves it.
It's fine. It's one of the very few platformers that I would actually be interested in going back and playing again.
You know what I think really bugs me more than Psychonauts though, like, because I didn't like it, but people are allowed to, whatever, was how long he fucking took to do a sequel. It's like, god damn.
Well, Tim, as much as I like Tim Schafer, I do enjoy his writing and all that. It's the fact that no one wanted to buy it.
I guess.
No one wanted to help him with it. I mean, he had to get crowdfunded for it. He was like, oh, wait, crowdfunding exists?
Yeah, crowdfunding's a thing now, yeah. So I get that. I mean, crowdfunding's been good for a lot of projects. So.
And, I mean, that's when he got the funding for it, he said, okay, well, here's the start. And the start was a VR adventure, which I'm about to talk about because it's in one of these tiers.
Sweet. All right. So Double Fine Adventures, what is that?
The Double Fine Adventure is the series that talks about Tim Schafer and his company's upbringing and trials and tribulations.
Gotcha.
The Amnesia Fortnights are artist collaborations that help build certain stories, such as their trailers, if you will. Like what's coming out for that. Little tiny snippet shows. I enjoy the idea that they make it like Devolver used to do. They would just do a random little skit thing, and I mean, it's a cute little show that showcases everything for that year. I recommend them if you happen to want to be into kind of sketch humor, but with people who aren't not prone to acting. We'll say that. Tim Schafer is probably the best thing of it. He's a delight to see on screen.
Gotcha. Okay.
For the average, $8.30, you get Day of the Frickin' Tentacle, another one of my favorite games.
That one I've heard good about, but I haven't played.
God, I played it back when it came out in the 90s, like 92, 93.
It's definitely an older one. From my understanding, it's got some really good jokes in it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Broken Age, I haven't heard of. Brutal Legend is one I've always wanted to play. Jack Black, killing things by playing a guitar. Just sounds awesome.
You've got a lot of musicians lending their voices for this.
Yeah, I've just always wanted to play that one.
Rhombus of Ruin.
That's the VR?
That is the VR.
Okay.
I recommend it if you happen to if you've already beat Psychonauts and you want something just to tide you over. Every goddamn week he comes by with that loud... it's a muscle car driving by. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but he just
every single time.
Psychonauts and the Rhombus of Ruin is a good tide over if you have a VR. I wish it had a non-VR variant, but beggars can't be choosers when it's made specifically for that.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't know if it ever came out for PlayStation because I do have the PlayStation VR.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not sure. Massive Chalice is a nice little...
I played it a little bit.
Yeah, nice little strategy game. I'm not too big on this style.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm very picky on my real-time strategies that involve this. I do love the art style, though. I will fight you for this art style in any future project.
The one thing I can
love
say,
this ground and the architecture. Oh.
What you play at the beginning is not what you'll actually play in the game. Get past the cloudy, foggy shit at the beginning because you're not seeing the actual game yet.
Okay.
Costume Quest I haven't played, but I've played 2 because it's on Game Pass.
I liked it.
It seems fun. What I've played.
Yeah, it's all right. It's nothing bad. For $9, you get Rad, which is an interesting roguelite. Roguelite. It's pretty rad.
Oh, it's pretty rad.
It's pretty rad.
Groovy.
Look at that. You got the old bunny ears. You got everything that kind of builds off that, and you literally grow in a thing of sewage, and you literally make plants grow behind you from all that, and it's an interesting aspect, and you evolve with radiation.
Toxic Avenger over here.
Kind of. Like, look at that. You got a big old snakehead. And you just evolve and grow and et cetera, et cetera. It looks like a nice little Zelda-like, I'll call it. I don't want to call it a roguelike, but I'm gonna. Nog. I've played Nog before. It's okay. It's all over the place. It's a puzzle game. It's fine. It makes you pay attention to every aspect of a puzzle. Like if you're given a dice, we'll say a 6-sided dice,
okay,
and you're trying to figure out how to open up that dice by doing something periodical, like you put it down on 1, change it to 2, roll it to 3, roll it to 4, roll it to 5, roll it to 6, and it opens, and you're like, I figured that out. Then you get handed another one that's exactly like that. Okay, now you have to figure out how to open this one that does not open the same way.
Okay.
So you got to figure that out.
Gotcha.
Nog is a nice one. It's maybe 3 hours long if you're stuck on puzzles as long as I was.
Mm-hmm.
It's
got Oculus support and everything, so it's another. It looks like a lot of his games have Oculus support.
He was one of the front runners for
Oculus
VR. Well, for VR in general.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Psychonauts 2 has a VR option. I would not be surprised.
Considering he's already done a little bit on the 1.
Yeah.
140.
I don't know much about it. I want to say it's just a simple. I want to say it was made with papercraft and just simplified.
Sorry.
I take that back. It wasn't made with papercraft. There was one that was similar to this that was made papercraft. But yeah, it's whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, you do puzzle with shape. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll say it's
all right.
Thoth. Thoth is another one that's I think made from the makers, but it's a twin stick shooter. I will admit there are better twin stick shooters, but not bad to waste a little bit of time if you want to try something a little more simplistic, easier on the eyes.
There was always an Asteroids guy.
Yeah.
Galaga.
Asteroids for me.
Galaga was big for me.
Actually, Missile Command was my go-to.
Remember Missile Command?
Mountain, I don't know much about.
It's a mountain.
It's a mountain, and
Is it trees?
It has trees. It just goes. It does what it's told to do. It is just something, I guess, to just sit and relax with. A quote here by Patrick Klepek of Giant Bomb says, "Welcome to an existential nightmare." I don't get that, but at the same time, just staring at something that will grow and die on an ever-ending paradigm.
Interesting. Maybe not my cup of tea.
Are we all going to die in the end?
Eventually, yes.
But we will become the Earth once
In my
more.
plan, everybody dies. Eventually.
But good news, the bottom 2 rows actually have some really cool shit. Escape Goat 2, Escape Goat 1 is a... Shut up, Cross. Shut up.
He's talking to the chat. One of them just said that it sounds like they're
talking about
something from their quest.
He does really good work with trying to make you think, and then when you're thinking about it, that's when it hits you hard that, hey, that's a problem. You're gonna deal with that later. Escape Goat 2 is a very fun little I believe it's top down. I think it's top down. No, this one's a platformy. It's load runner style where you're just trying to get to point A to point B. Dynamic lighting. Nah,
What is the weird internet obsession with goats? Like Goat Simulator and this. And I played Goat Simulator. I do not see the appeal.
Nope. But you get a really cool game, and I mean, for what was it, $9? This is actually a really fair deal. Gang Beasts.
Okay.
I love Gang Beasts. Goon and I played it a little bit, and we just find it to be fun just because you play these little jelly guys that go, and then you run.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Bam!
What was that again? They go what? Okay.
and then just bam, punch a guy in the face and knock him out.
The chat's saying that Game Beasts is fun as hell with a lot of friends.
Oh, concur, and they just updated it not too long ago, and it says with a silly local multiplayer. No, it is now online multiplayer. I will ice that in right now. It is
Correct, you bitches.
Yeah, I don't think Humble Bundle will correct it, but it's fine. Kids is a real existential nightmare where it showcases the. I think it's like a what do they call it? A student film where they're saying this is the problem with the world. This is what needs to be changed. This is why we're so infatuated with technology. That's what I'm thinking this is. I mean, it's not that long. It's like a movie kind of thing, and it has very light gameplay elements. It's not great, not the best in the world, but
I mean, right now it just looks like people standing on a black hole.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it like. See what I mean by light gameplay elements? Like, there's not much to it.
You just make people stand around a black hole and get digest?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
And then
moving on.
Some people will change like, yeah, I don't know. Full Throttle. I have not played this. I do know that it was made in 95. I was about to say it was going to be made in the early 90s, but that works too. LucasArts sold the rights back to Tim Schafer, and he decided, I'm going to remake everything. He remade Grim Fandango. He remade Max and Sam. He remade Full Throttle. And I'm curious to know if he'll make all the other LucasArts early stuff, such as The Dig, Dune, Under a Still Sky just got a remake.
Dune based off the book Dune?
No.
Okay.
But I would like to see a lot more LucasArts games getting
I feel like
this
I've
treatment.
seen this in its original form.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I mean, when it got remade, it got its nice bubbly art style. It looks great. I am all for this. I have loved all of Tim Schafer's point and click adventures. I have yet to say that I have not.
And Grim Fandango is one I've heard a lot about. So.
Which is also on this
Yeah.
list. Now, the remaster actually is a full 100% remaster. They actually worked super hard to give it full life. Sure, it looks a little cheesy from time to time, but it looks good. It actually has some better looking things. The music, it's fine. I don't know why they said all new orchestral music. I was just like, it's fine. It's not out of this world.
And then
Headlander.
Headlander's another one I've heard about.
It's a nice puzzle game where you take your head off. Yeah, pretty much. You take your head off, put it on another body, and you get to run it around and do things with that body. Hopefully that body does what you want it to do, etc. This is a good bundle.
Okay.
This is a pretty good bundle. What does it help out? Let's find out.
Oh, you also get the soundtracks.
Oh, yeah, you also get a whole lot of soundtracks. And for both of these that I've linked in chat, if you haven't been a part of Humble Choice, both of them at the highest tier will get you 1 month of Humble Choice, which I've already talked about earlier in the month. So it helps out Special Effect, which I've talked about before. It's a UK-based charity that helps out with anyone in hospitals that just want to play video games, that are having a hard time getting access to this. This is the charity to help those who want to basically nudge people to playing more games, even in a disabled state.
Gotcha.
And it helps out another
Xbox
one.
came out with a controller that's really good for that.
Oh.
For people with disabilities and stuff like that. All these programmable buttons. It's like a tray. It's got these big pads and stuff.
Neat. And Girls Make Games, which helps out female empowerment once more, but this one helps out for game designers, engineers, just overall creators that, want to get into this sort of thing. And it's taking registration for US, German, and Australian workshops. So if you have ideas, this is a great way to also lean forward for them.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Lack of oxygen.
Yeah, lack of oxygen to the brain is why we yawn.
So good bundles this month.
Good bundles, and there's a couple other little tiny, like Raspberry Pi, Java coding, another
More stuff for you to learn while you're sitting at home.
Yeah. We're slowly getting back up. And another one
Other places aren't as much, though.
Another one that I'll just slowly go through. You're a fan of Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I didn't know they made a tabletop game.
Oh, great. Hot. Everything has a table game.
I know. I just didn't know this had it, like, as extensive.
Hell, I want to make a tabletop game. I've got a couple ideas.
I wouldn't mind it. But, I mean, look at how much, like...
No, it looks... I mean, it's a big universe. So.
Yeah, it's a huge... I didn't know. Like, I thought it would be this and this.
My issue with...
all this.
Yeah. My issue with Star Trek was always... all the aliens are the same, in a sense. They're all humanoid. You know?
They don't got the...
Well, I mean, even if they do, they're still...
humanoid. They're not aberration.
They're still bipedal.
Oh, okay.
I mean, which Star Wars does a lot too. But normally, like, they went, all right, if we just like put a weird nose on this or change this skin color, that's all we have to do. Like, no, do more than that.
Nah.
Get creative with your aliens.
Yeah.
So, was there another Humble you were going to talk about?
No, I was just looking around.
Okay.
Actually, this will kind of segue. So noticing this little gentleman here, version 1.0 of Risk of Rain is popping out in about a week and a half, I think it is. So getting Risk of Rain for $15 using our link that I've put down in the description. Bam. Get that Risk of Rain 2 before it hits 1.0 when it's going to get a lot of stuff.
Okay.
A lot of good stuff. It gets one more new survivor, like 10 more items, a new artifact.
I haven't played it, so...
Oh, I love it.
They've also got Dead Cells on sale, which was an interesting one. That was pretty fun.
I love Dead Cells.
And they've also got your Hotline Miami.
And Hotline Miami and Katana's. Ooh.
Hotline Miami is only $2.49. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Undertale.
Yeah. I might buy this when I get home. For $10, that ain't bad.
If I get anything from our news today, it'll probably be the hard drive.
Yeah.
Although I'm still thinking about buying that Deadpool head.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm not gonna go kicking up the shoes for that. Do you want to do freebies?
Sure, let's do freebies.
Okay, so Epic Games got 3 freebies for the day up until August 6th. First one is a true successor to Mega Man, because Mighty 9 didn't Mighty Number 9
Was nothing.
was not a thing.
Was a lot of lies.
Was a lot of lies. I backed it, and I feel bad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you get your money back?
I know it wasn't like a class action. It's fine. I counted it as a loss.
Well, I feel like something should be done. That was bullshit.
That was bullshit.
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, you just go look up the whole thing about what happened with that game. It was the game that
should not have happened.
Yeah, the game that in a sense never was, because everything they promised was not there.
Yeah, like the only thing that was there was the sprite work, because the one who did the sprite work was like, I had no control over what was happening with my sprites.
Yeah, but at the same time, we were being shown all these 3D models and stuff that we also didn't get.
Yeah.
So, the true successor, I mean, hopefully they get the respect they deserve.
This is great. This is fan-fucking-tastic. This is probably the closest thing we'll get to a Mega Man X whatever for a long time, because I don't think Capcom's going to be doing any Mega Man for any time in the foreseeable future. So there's 3 games, as said. That was the first one. Second one's something very interesting. A roguelike co-op. You don't really see too many of those. I like how dark and gritty this kind of looks, and
it's very Minecraft.
Very Minecraft looking, and it does have that sense about it. It kind of looks like if Terraria decided to be in a 3D spectrum.
I think that's one of Terraria's biggest problems. Like, I don't want to look at tiny ass little things I can't tell what they are.
Yeah, but I might go through this with Goon.
It looks very Doom-esque there.
Looks a little Doom-esque. I just don't know what to think about all like you're throwing down mines or caltrops, or I don't know. I like it, but I don't know why I like it.
Well, he exploded. That was interesting.
Exploded. Oh, punch a zombie!
All right, what's the third one?
Oh, the third one. Right. The third one is Sword and Sorcery, one of the very first games I got on my Steam account. If you go and look at my Steam account, you'll notice that there are maybe 8 games before this one.
Why does everyone look like fucking Enderman?
They look a little lanky, they look a little strange, but this is a pretty old game, comparative to everything else. The music is great. I will say that the music is fan-fucking-tastic. Otherwise, the gameplay, really simplistic. There's nothing too out of the way.
That was a tongue coming out of a mountain.
That was a tongue, a rock tongue coming out of a rock head. Yeah.
It definitely is interesting.
Yeah, it's maybe a 6-hour game, if that. As I said, it's not too outrageous. The puzzles are
like a Triforce on that fucking thing for a minute there.
A little bit.
Oh, it's by Cappy. Okay.
Yeah. So those are 3 pretty good games.
Yeah.
Way to go, Epic. You didn't fuck up.
I've got games with gold for August, unless you have it up here.
Nope, I didn't get it. So games with gold.
Right. Yeah, if you can pull it up so that we can show everyone. So they're doing a bunch of free weekends right now because they're doing the summer thing. Yeah, just click on the middle one.
Middle?
Yeah.
Middle.
It's got their actual image. That'll make it easier.
Ooh! Oh. Why?
Well, we were going to use you. Now we're not going to.
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. So Portal Knights, which I have not played. August 1st, August 31st. Have you played it?
A little bit with socks, yes.
Okay, how was it?
I don't mind it. It was very interesting, and when it rolled up to 1.0, it got a little bit better because they've done a lot of upgrading and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Override. Now,
I know nothing about Override at all.
Goon and I played this. It was very jank in a bad way. Like, if you would do a jump kick, but you get caught by your opponent doing a punch, you get thrown to the other side. And I was like, eh.
Well, I mean, that one's August 16th to September 15th, so that's the one that hits for 2 months.
Yep.
Or not for 2 months long, but for two
months.
Yeah. MX Unleashed. I didn't play this one, August 1st to August 15th. I always played MX versus ATV, so I have no experience with this one at all. And then Red Faction 2, August 16th to August 31st.
One of my favorite shooters.
So, how are you on the Red Faction franchise?
I did not play Armageddon.
Okay. I think I played Gorilla.
Gorilla.
Okay.
The one that you can just swing at a building until it falls.
Yeah. So I'm kind of, I know that this one isn't going to be the same, but I'm kind of interested to play this one.
It has a little bit of destructible areas. It's very much a early rendition to what Halo wanted to be before Halo finally figured it out.
Gotcha.
It had Instagib for multiplayer. It had really good split screen that, had... It was so quick that even if you were screen cheating, it would be too quick. Your opponent would already be on you.
Gotcha.
If you weren't paying attention to your screen. And the maps were overly simple. The story is even more simple. It was something good for that time.
Yeah, August 16th, August 31st, that's when you can grab that one. Now, the way Games of Gold work is you have that window to grab them. That's not the time you can play. So there are free weekends that are going on right now. So those are limited time to play things. So just make sure you check what you're actually grabbing.
Yeah.
Now, from here, I'm going to talk about the Xbox Summer. Do you have that up?
No.
Okay. This will be really quick anyways.
I got one.
Because we have Xbox Game Pass Unlimited. We're getting a couple of things through summer. Now you get perks, which are normally like currency or clothing in online games. Like they haven't done this one, but eventually I'm sure they're going to do like, oh, you get this cool cape in DC Universe Online, something like that. But the interesting thing is we are actually going to be getting 3 months of Postmates Unlimited as a perk. So
okay,
order all that food while you're sitting around gaming. Also, we are going to get free play weekends. We're going to do where is it? Oh no! Oh, sorry, not that. That wasn't what I was looking at. We're doing they're doing stuff for the free play game Dauntless.
Ooh.
So you're getting stuff for that. There are free play weekends, but I was looking at the wrong part.
So here's the thing with Dauntless. I like Dauntless. I do. But with Game Pass, you already get Monster Hunter World,
which is basically Dauntless but better. I gotcha. And then there's a sweepstakes. That's the other big thing.
Oh, what's it for?
So it's your chance to win a bunch of various prizes, including an Xbox One X. It's going on until August 5th. It's just 500 gamer score points to qualify.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm already qualified.
You have to make 500 gamer points by August 5th to qualify.
So I'm already in?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then they're doing the big gaming weekend later this summer, which will be in multiplayer and some free games that play for both PC and console throughout the weekends. So you just got to keep checking to see what they're doing.
Cool.
In the past, they've done things like I think they did a free weekend on what's the Tom Clancy one you like?
There's a lot of Tom
The online one. The all online 3 teams. It's a Rainbow Six game.
Oh, Siege.
Siege. They did a free weekend of Siege, and then they did a thing where like if you play the free weekend, you got like 20% off the game. So that's kind of the stuff they've done in the past. So,
speaking of Siege, free to play, Rocket League is going free to play.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Psyonix was pretty much going, well, we're not making any more money on what we did. The blueprint thing isn't working out.
Yes, give us the ability to buy the fucking cars again, and I will buy them. I'm 100%. I'm going to buy the damn Ghostbusters car and the Back to the Future car if you just put them in there again.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I binge watched Back to the Future the other night. I watched the first 2 and got like 20 minutes into the third one before Lauren's like, it's time for bed, and I was like, oh, yeah, we should probably go to sleep because it was like 3 a.m.
Oh.
What is this? Stalker 2.
Stalker 2. Now, I enjoyed the Stalker series. I didn't really get too far into them. I didn't get too far into Metro. I like the idea of Stalker. I just don't like I guess the feeling of the constant isolation away from everyone else, I guess.
Have you ever noticed that it's always this thing when we do like these dystopian type of things where we like to show damaged Ferris wheels?
To be fair, most of them are in certain areas, such as Chernobyl, where that...
Chernobyl has a Ferris wheel?
Yeah. Fucking the beginning of the Modern Warfare 2 trailer, 16,000 people used to be here. It's Ghost Town. Yeah, it kind of... I believe it's outside of that.
Gotcha.
And then,
But I mean, there's even one in Batman in the
Batman.
Arkham games because of like the
Carnival?
old Carnival,
Yeah.
or Boardwalk, whatever it was.
Yeah, but I mean, it is something of a creep factor of
Something wholesome, child, family, first dates type of thing, I guess.
and then it's
Seeing it destroyed, showing no one's around.
Yeah.
I guess I get it.
And yay, alien babies!
I'm in this game and I don't like it. Oh, come on, that was funny. Fuck you.
I sure.
So what is Stalker about, other than alien baby
Get out of
things?
here, Stalker. So Stalker is a group, an organization that gets rid of anything that is abnormal, that is out of the ordinary in Russia.
Okay.
And most people are blaming the Chernobyl problems to what happened to make Stalker, and apparently there's more underlying things, and then
like aliens
or even human genetic nonsense.
So it's kind of like Fear.
Kind of. I'll say it's similar to Fear, but with Fear, it affects the everyday world. Meanwhile, this isn't affecting the everyday world. It's just affecting
this section of
one small
Russia.
section, and also the world's already fucked. You go alone.
So this was a showcase thing that we meant to mention last week. It was one of the ones that jumped out at Justin last week, and we forgot to talk about it.
Yeah.
Was there another one from the showcase you wanted to talk about?
There was Iron Harvest, but I don't know if... I mean, it looks interesting because of its animation style, on how it looks, on... it...
Really quick, back to Fear. How would you feel if they did a new one?
Fear 3 sucked.
I played the demo for Fear 3. I did not play Fear 3 itself.
Yeah, I didn't like 3. 2 was great.
The invisible fuckers really fucked me up in the demo, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot to think about when you're wanting a first-person shooter, psychological horror.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that. So, this is what made me notice these big hulking big dudes with these cannons on their back and bears. Bears.
Strong like bear.
And then I just see this thing and I'm like,
that's really interesting. No, chat bears. Badger.
I enjoy this trailer just because it has, the innocence of a child who's getting thrown in the middle of all of this.
Yeah, even his toy is like one of the machines. That's kind of... Wow.
Gets walked, not on.
I love that they put a bayonet on that thing's gun.
Yeah. And then you just see them fight. Bears.
So is it supposed to be like if we had mechs in World War II or World War I?
I mean,
World War II, I guess.
There is a lot of things going on. I think this is just like a
cinematic,
an alternate world. So, gotcha. I mean, it does raise up the idea that I would like to see it. I don't want. This is why I didn't talk about it. Is because I like the cinema. I like how this looks. Show me gameplay.
Yeah, that always drives me nuts. Like, show me gameplay. Tell me what the game's about.
Yeah.
I don't get the chat's reference if you do. 1920.
I do.
So.
The game comes out literally September 1st, but there's no gameplay. We have to wait until it drops.
Okay. All right.
And that's dumb.
I do have another Epic Games Store thing.
Wait. That's illegal.
Epic Games Store adds mod support to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries Up First. I don't know what it is, but I always like a company that allows mods.
I liked MechWarrior back when it was like MechWarrior 2. Because
I just like the concept of allowing mods. Like, when it was, we're going to allow mods to Fallout 4, I was like, on console, I was like, holy shit, we're getting mods.
Yeah.
And then the greatest thing ever happened, and that was Randy Savage Deathclaws.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I also did like the Guardians of the Galaxy radio. I did a bug patch, things like that. But then there's like Rockstar, who's like, well, we could allow mods, but we're not going to. And it's like, why not? Just do it. I want to drive around in GTA as SpongeBob. Just let me do it.
But yeah, this is one of the few games I got for my 7th birthday. You know, it was literally released on that day, and I remember playing it.
You have a very unfortunate birthday.
What?
Just because it happens so close to holidays.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, this I never played the expansion. I would love to go back and play a little bit of the expansion, but then again,
What consoles is it for? P2?
PlayStation 1 and PC.
Okay, we can do that then.
Yeah. It's like a Saturn.
Ooh.
But I mean, I would like to go back and see if I can get the expansions and all that.
I'm sure it's out there.
Yeah,
Hey, bears!
Bears. I'm going through my little nostalgia thing. I need to stop. Jimi Hendrix wrote a song for this.
Really?
Or something or other. I think he dropped a song on it.
That's interesting. But yeah, so I mean, it's getting mod support. The new one's getting mod support.
When did Jimi Hendrix die?
You don't know. I just know it was preventable, if I remember correctly. We can talk about this. Well,
okay.
It's up. So this is where our name comes from for this episode. While we were not partaking in it,
I was on the PS4. I was.
I have not partaken in this at all because I've barely played this game. Players on the PlayStation 3 finally disarmed all the nukes in Metal Gear Solid 5. We like to give us barely to give credit where credit is due. The article we're referencing on this one is from Games Radar.
Yes.
By Connor Sheridan. So Metal Gear Solid 5, the way it works is you have nukes. Other people have nukes. There's nukes everywhere. And the goal is to disarm them. And if you do disarm all of them, you can get a special cutscene, which has been seen for the PC due to a glitch, not actually due to all nukes being disarmed. To do this, they had to disarm their own nukes. They had to disarm the nukes of other Warlord characters, or not characters, but players, and furthermore, disarm all the nukes for people that just have stopped playing the game. But they did it, and from my understanding, Kojima was very happy about it. I mean, it says he's pleased. It says, don't ask about how many nukes there are on Steam. That scares me.
I played it, I built one, and I disarmed my own. So don't look at me. Do not look at me. As much as I need those resources, I'm not gonna go out of my way to make nukes to get those resources.
I want to know.
Ugh.
I'm looking it up.
You're looking it up?
Yeah.
While you're looking it up, I'll hit. Fuck it. I'll hit the one that you.
Hey, yeah. This one's a fun one.
So.
Oh, Jesus. 19,262 nukes.
That's a lot of nukes. So, I like Ninja Turtles. Quincy more so than I. Kevin Eastman, I've met him once. Had a friend of mine get something signed by Kevin Eastman.
I've walked by him multiple times.
Yeah, he's literally at like a lot of cons.
Oh, he loves going to cons, from what I understand.
Yeah, he enjoys this shit.
But he's very outspoken if you bring up shit he doesn't like, I think. If it's Eastman, I'm remembering. So there's two creators.
Eastman and Laird?
Peter, yeah. One of them hates the cartoon, if not both. And is against like Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady. And so there's just certain things you don't bring up, from what I understand.
I mean, to be fair, I don't like Bebop and Rocksteady, but that's just because I don't like them.
Granted, I grew up on the cartoon, not the original comics.
I grew up on the cartoon too, but I still didn't like Bebop. I like Krang. Krang was amazing.
Krang's fun.
Yeah, with the Astro Crag.
So yeah, this is their new comic that actually has both Peter and Easton working on it. You've also got Tom Waltz, and the art is being done by we saw before. Is it in the description right there?
Inks by Andy Cohn.
Character layouts by Eastman. Okay, so I guess all we got is Andy Cohn on inking.
Waltz on to combine all.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So yeah, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TMNT. The Last Ronin.
The Last Ronin is, I mean, from all of the little things you've shown me, it's only one turtle. Mm-hmm. He's got all of the turtle's weapons, and he's looking for revenge, and that's it. That's all you gave me. I don't. We had speculations on who this one is.
I like my girlfriend, your cousin, came up with the concept of what if it's Mikey, and he kind of takes a nod of nothing's funny now. Where's the laughter now? You wanted it to be
Just keep it Leo.
Leo.
Keep it Leo.
I
one
figured
who
the
knows the most.
Obvious was Raph because he's the angriest, and so I was like, they're not going to go Raph.
And then
we both feel Donatello's unlikely. I feel like Mikey's the most unlikely, and like why he works the best.
Yes, he would work. Donatello would not work.
You think the tech would just be?
It wouldn't be just the tech. It would be the fact that he doesn't like bladed nor piercing weapons.
Yeah, but you killed his brothers.
Huh?
You killed his brothers.
Yeah.
And this even says fallen family and friends. So that means you also killed April. Damn it. April, Casey, and Splinter. At least. If not more people.
Yeah, I don't. I would say let's dig into this and find out.
So the first one comes out September 2nd. It's a 5-part story.
5-part story, and I'm here for it. I am ready to go.
And if you're hoping for hints in the covers, every cover we've seen has made it clear he has all the weapons. So
either all weapons or just one turtle hooded. You can't tell.
Yeah, we did see one where it was the Psy. Whose is the Psy? I always get the weapons mixed up.
That's Raph.
That's Raph's. We did see one where it was like the Psy falling through water with blood next to it, but that doesn't necessarily prove anything.
No, it could
just
have been a flashback.
Yeah, he could have gotten injured. It could be a flashback. Could have gotten knocked out of his hand while a brother was bleeding. Yeah, it's gonna be book 2. So, which is set for October 28th.
Whoa.
Yeah, so September 2nd and October 28th.
Whoa, that's
really
almost 2 months.
Really spacing it out.
I don't. Ooh, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm. So, for the sequel, they said secrets are revealed.
Hmm.
Do you think that it was Shredder that got him? Finally, the Shredder in the foot.
Maybe because kind of gave a little bit here.
Yeah. So interesting thing. I mean, I always liked Dark Ninja Turtles. That's where the original was. I like also fun pizza eating and loving Ninja Turtles. So
I've got reviews.
So
I took some screenshots and just moved them over. So Watch Dogs 2, I played half an hour of it on.
I was gonna say you did not play half of it.
No, half an hour of it on Twitch.
It's on this channel.
It's on my channel, just to see how streaming through it. But I am gonna take my Elgato home so that way I can have my nice little border around my gameplay, and have a good working mic, etc., etc. I like it. I'm starting to get into it. A lot of you play. What do they call it? What's their little achievement store? The challenges.
Oh, you play?
Yeah, just you play.
Yeah, it's you play.
Okay. The stuff that I got for it that allowed me to get 30 grand for free, etc. So I was like,
yeah, there's experience boost. There's like money. There's clothing. All kinds of cool shit in there.
Played a little bit of Witcher.
Is this your first time playing Witcher 3?
Yes.
Oh wow. I did not know that.
I got maybe up until the point where I figured out where the Griffin is.
Okay, you're still early on.
Oh, I am way early.
Yeah.
I just did that. Wow. I just got all of.
Be aware, it's very much a game of things you do have consequences when it comes to story stuff.
I figured.
My buddy James tried to basically fuck everything that moves, and now he doesn't get to fuck anything.
That's fine. Wow. Down here, Rogue Company. I got a couple beta keys.
I watched the trailer for this.
Yeah.
It didn't really tell me anything.
It's a very, very cheesy 4v4 style game. It's got a casual mode and it's got a more competitive mode.
Gotcha.
Both are fine. I played the medic and I keep top fragging because it's not hard to look at a dude and shoot him multiple times. It is very fun. I'm not going to take away from it. It has specials that continuously regenerate. It's an Overwatch clone,
Gotcha.
I'll say, with a little bit more objective. Guess what? Part 2, motherfricker. Forager is a interesting game.
That's all you got for it?
That's all I got for it because it takes real time. Like, I'll throw out fish traps in little tiny areas, and I'm like, I'm hungry, and I'm like, I don't have any berries, I don't have any citrus fruit, I can't cut down trees at a fast pace, I have to wait. I have coal, I can cook the fish, but I need the fish.
So you tell me this would do better on a phone and less on a console?
I guess. I just don't like that I have to wait for certain aspects. It's fine for a casual game, but I don't know. I was in it to try and build more. I was in it to try and actually accomplish something, and that was not doing it. Neon Abyss, I like it
I figured you would.
As a 2D platformer roguelite. Colors. It had a dynamic soundtrack. I like this game a lot. I recommend it. Journey to Savage Planet. I don't like it.
I got bored.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It was very repetitive and
the aspect of, hey, come all the way back to the ship to do one very tiny upgrade to keep you going. It felt very immersion breaking.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the shooting was fun. The inside jokes were fun. The little trailers that play in your ship, those were great. Those were
the ads.
Oh,
the
yeah.
messages from like the CEO.
Yeah, those were
Who
great.
at first I was convinced was Michael Rosenbaum, and it's not. But I thought it was. Like I was 100% convinced it was for a chunk. I played it when it first hit Game Pass, and it's got its first official DLC, and I don't think I'm gonna go for it.
Because that means we got to pay for it because we don't get DLCs with Game Pass, right?
No, not unless it's like something where it's like, oh yeah.
Get this and this Ultimate Edition.
Yeah,
I get you. Astroneer, I played maybe 10 minutes of this, and I was into it. I haven't got much time into it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to get into it. Like, I need to lock myself down. This seems like it's overly casual. It doesn't seem like it has anything oppressive. No, like, alien races to fight against. I think this is still early access.
Okay.
And I'm for it. I've got nothing against it. It's a easier Minecraft. I'll put it like that.
Gotcha. And then the winner of that night.
And the winner of all those nights, when I first got home, I downloaded it. As soon as I got up, I started playing it. Carrion.
Yes, because it took so long to download that whole 5 minutes.
Oh, that whole 5 minutes. I just was like, I gotta go bed, man. I'm tired.
He messages me and he goes, I wish I could have streamed from my Xbox my Elgato's at your house because the end of Carrion. And I'm like, why didn't you just stream from the Xbox?
I was like, I can do it to Twitch, and you were like, yeah. And I was like, fuck.
So,
Carrion, it took me maybe 5.5 hours. There were a few areas that I got a little bit lost. A map might have been helpful, but
I like draw one as I play.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, that it's gonna be blocks and areas because there's gonna be a point after a very specific time when you're gonna be like, where do I go? Gotcha. It will be to the point where like
difficult.
Very few points, but as I said, beat it in 5.5 hours. There were maybe one part where I was just like, bang my head against the wall until it actually worked. Okay, it worked. Being the villain of it and then looking at that ending, I was like, all right.
And then he reigned supreme.
Pretty much.
It's funny. I've never liked the actual ending of Little Shop of Horror. I always liked the alternate ending, which was the ending I thought was the real ending for the longest time. And I'm wondering if maybe being the villain changes how you like the ending or not.
But that's the thing. I didn't think you were the villain. You were just created, and
yeah.
I guess if you're hungry, that's just survival instincts.
We hungry.
All
right. What do we got next?
Oh man, we got a lot. Let me. I've got 4 of those. I got 1 of this. I guess I can do this real quick. Another thing I've been also playing is Valorant. I enjoy Valorant. It's a fine CSGO alternative that loads better, that plays better, and that acts better. The only thing I have a problem with
is that an angry chicken?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
The only thing that I have a major problem with in this is she gets a free turret comparative to other people who get vision. I want to know if this thing provides vision, such as it marks them on the map.
Okay,
she has a lockout.
He's being blown away by this video, guys. Sorry.
She has a fucking lockout.
I mean, she's a hacker with a chicken. And a shield?
I don't know what that was.
That's like 4 gadgets and a laptop
Yeah,
and a gun.
she's gonna be an interesting one. I play Sage. I play the healer. I don't.
I'm pretty sure I'm hearing the words OP.
Maybe I would need to get fully into her kit. But I mean, with Reyna is the last one that just got dropped. She's a vampire, but she only heals when she kills things.
Gotcha.
So when you die, you drop this little orb, and she has to actually take the time to steal the soul, so that way she can heal.
Is it just running over to it, or is there like a moment of like
you have to press a button and go? And
Fuck
if you're
that.
and if you're at full health, you can use it to go invisible for a little bit.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So that way you're not like, well, what do I do with this? Well, you can go invisible, get a little bit of intel, be like, there's a guy on that site. Pop out, pa 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 pa. The guns feel great. I like Valorant. I do. I worry about how balance is gonna be, considering Riot has a hard time with League. AP Rengar's still a thing.
Yell at me like I did it. I don't play League now for very clear reasons.
That's fine.
I mean she's a little OP, so I mean, I'm sure she has her downsides.
Yeah.
Do we want to do it?
We got a lot of shoe news. So we got a little bit of a hint earlier.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I might buy these.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
I love Vans and I love The Simpsons.
Yeah,
So Simpsons Vans for the listeners.
It makes me wonder what it's gonna be. It's just a teaser. There was nothing. Like they had their guesses on this website, which is Sneaker News, which is where most of this comes from.
Yeah, we get a lot of our shoe news from Sneaker News. That and through Facebook listening to us and putting ads.
Oh yeah.
That's actually how I first heard about Vans was a Facebook ad.
Really?
Yeah, the Simpson Vans popped up as a Facebook ad.
But there is some things saying it might be Itchy, Scratchy, Krusty the Crown, the family itself, etc. And we were like, we'll wait.
You know how you guarantee a sale? Make a Maggie shoe. Come on, Maggie's the best character in The Simpsons.
To your opinion.
To everyone's opinion.
Not mine.
You're wrong.
That's fine.
Your opinion is wrong. Maggie is the best character. Who's better than Maggie? You're gonna say Bart, aren't you?
No, Ralph.
Ralphie?
Ralph
Like,
Wiggum.
Okay, so like my cat's breath smells like cat food. You're terrible.
I love
What's next on our shoe news?
So the Olympics may be cut short, but the shoes sure as shit ain't.
Those actually look kind of cool.
I like them.
If they actually work well as athletic shoes, I could see wearing those for like running and shit.
Yeah, I enjoy it. ASICS, I say SS, but I know there's another pronunciation.
ASICS.
ASICS.
I don't know how to say that.
Acids.
So I'm gonna go with ASICS.
Yeah. In short, they make another very well-designed shoe. Like, I think the last one we saw from these guys, it was another one that we enjoyed the look of. It was the goofy one, the black and rainbow. Yeah, the black and rainbow.
Okay.
With the outlines. I do like their shoes. Like, look at these shoes. I like them.
Nice shoes.
They're nice shoes. Why are you shoes shopping at the soup store? But
so they've got a couple different designs for the Tokyo 2020.
Yep.
Hopefully the games can still happen. Like maybe if they like test all of the people, I don't know how they're gonna make it. Oh look, they got clothes to go with it. Yeah. I do not like those. No, the shoes are better. I don't like the shirt, the backpack, or what is that? A towel? Yoga mat? Band-Aid? Stick of gum? Whatever that is. Oh no, those are hideous.
I don't mind the backpack.
It really doesn't tell us what that weird rectangle was.
Hang on, maybe it might showcase it back up in the descriptor because I quickly sprawled through the back of it. But I mean, even still, I like them. I like all the designs. The black one's more so just because me wear the freaking black in my hat.
Yeah, I'm mostly wearing black today. I'm wearing my jeans. I got new jeans.
Yeah, new jeans. From what I'm looking at, it doesn't showcase what it is.
Yeah, okay. Weird rectangle. I'm gonna go with stick of gum.
Stick of gum. It's a big stick of gum.
Let's hit the final one.
No, there's two more.
Oh, there's two more.
There's two more. First one. So I asked you a question on the way here.
Yes.
I said, do you consider tie-dye of its time pop culture?
In its time, yes.
In its time, yes. So I said, fine, this is a little bit of pop culture. Nike's 97 Golfs get tie-dye look. There's this design, and then there was one more. I cannot find that other one
So
when I first saw them.
Turn the dial back a good 60 years, 50 years? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Turn it back a good 50 years, and we'll get back to the tie-dye era.
Yeah. Major issue with these shoes, they're $190.
Yeah, well.
But then again,
Nikes aren't cheap as is, so.
Yeah, you're right, but
I bet you the Simpsons vans are going to be pricey.
they're going to be probably like 80.
That's what a regular van is.
Yeah, I still think they're going to be fine.
Do you ever see the Iron Maiden ones? Years ago, like when I was in high school, they had Iron Maiden vans, and it was basically just covered with the album artwork.
Oh.
That was one of those moments where I realized, like, I like the Iron Maiden artwork.
Okay.
Not enough to wear it. They were kind of ugly.
Okay, and then the last one, the Pixel one.
Yeah, these are pretty nerdy.
I like it. I like the look of it. Just as we've always mentioned, white will show the dirt.
Yep. If they were to reverse this, make the swish white, make the shoe black,
it might look a little bit better. I actually would like that. But the swish is pixelated, and on the back it says "Have a good game."
And then it's kind of verified with a check mark. That's interesting.
Yeah, and also, oh, please tell me it shows it. Please tell me it shows it. Ah!
Oh, that's cool. They glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, little like what does it say?
I think it just says Nike. I
don't. It's Instagram. You can't zoom in.
Well, I don't
think it says Nike.
I don't think it does either. Get the frick out of here.
Just do it.
Ah.
We had to zoom the freaking webpage in because damn Instagram.
Yeah. I don't like how like give me a full screen or nothing. Like
Yeah.
don't take away everything.
Ooh.
And this is the shoestring.
And it's also showing how you can just barely see the glow in the dark.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Cool shit. All right. Is that everything you had?
That's everything I had.
All right. I got a couple quick things then. So
I came prepared today.
they gave us fireworks. Oh, I should say us. I don't own one. They gave fireworks in Animal Crossing.
Yes, and also now they're going to be giving dream states, and in case you screw up your island so bad, you can have it recovered.
You know what the first thing that people did with fireworks? They drew dicks. What are you excited about, Captain Barbosa?
She plays Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing? Are you going to draw dicks with the fireworks?
She's probably going to draw dicks.
It was the first thing people did.
Yep. She said maybe. That's a confirm.
I am no maybe.
I am. How dare you?
So there's a physical copy of Stardew Valley now. It comes with your own deed.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is cute.
Netflix has a new Transformer thing, War of Cybertron, and everyone says it is just Transformer reference after Transformer reference. It's just hitting you in the face with them.
Yeah, that's a lot. Ha! Ha!
I am much more mature than that. How dare you assume? Oh, dicks. There's nothing wrong with a good, well-drawn dick.
Laura Bailey.
Yeah,
she did say that.
And that's also coming from Cross, who hit us with another 69 bits.
Nice.
Also, in the era of Netflix animation, we're getting Splinter Cell adapted into an animated series.
That's right. I brought that up.
We talked about this off pod, and my thing is, if they do the character right, do the story well, I have no issues with it.
I have zero issues with it because
I think animation will allow them to do a lot of things that they'd be like, "Ooh, that costs a lot to do physically," you know?
Yeah, but then you also have the open and closed of this is a breathing universe that you already have.
Yeah.
You already have Sam rolling over, helping out the ghosts over in what was it, Borneo? No, what was Wildlands?
Wildlands?
Where was the location?
Bolivia.
Bolivia, thank you. You have him visiting Bolivia, handling one quick mission, saying, "Hey, I need Nomad to give me a hand with this."
Yeah, I need Nomad's help with this. And then that's the last we saw of him until the mobile game, though. And the mobile game ain't gonna be canon as shit.
No, because he actually busts out fucking El Sueño. And
that's
says,
just because
don't make me regret this.
That's probably just because of the whole how your deck's built thing. I think it's hilarious that Sam literally gives pointers. You can see it during old shows. Him just watching her start to draw it. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about the dicks.
Yeah. Talking about the
Gotcha.
dicks.
But well, he said Sam, so my mind was Sam Fisher.
Oh.
It's a character that I feel they've ignored and is kind of lacking because it's like we did Convictions and it was like, okay.
Convictions was amazing.
Convictions was amazing, but it was like Sam's a little older. He's kind of out of the game. He's just trying to have his life, and then he's thrown back into all of it, and now he's going to have his life because he finished Convictions, which is great. But it's like,
Where do you go from that?
bring the character back, do some shit before all that.
Or make him a handler. Worst case.
Yeah, make him a handler. It's clear that he didn't go back to his life because you did have him show up in Wildlands. So the animated show could potentially bring some really good stuff. Also, in the realm of animation, Kevin Smith will be doing a Green Hornet show, which I'm excited about.
I am also excited. I enjoy his writing.
Yeah,
His writing, he seems to have a cohesive story, adds a little bit of flavor for that character, and doesn't really muddle up.
You read his Batman?
No, but I heard it was good.
His Batman's pretty good. There are people who are upset about it, and you made Batman piss himself. Well, there was scientific reason. Fuck off.
Was it the torture?
No, he references Batman Year One by Frank Miller, where he blows up a wall and he comes walking in onto this table, talking shit to all of the mobsters. You've dined on the lives of Gotham. Yada yada. I'm quoting the line wrong, I know, and there's comic book people out there that are gonna kill me. But for too long, you've dined on the pain of Gotham, or something along those lines. Kevin Smith references it, talking about his first night being Batman. He goes, "I stood too close to my bombs the first time, and the heat wave caused me to have a bladder spasm," which is a thing. Why do you think you have to pee when you get in the shower? Firefighters tell you about it, and that's actually where he brought it from, because he had a friend that was a firefighter. Firefighters piss themselves all the time because the heat hits you and your bladder releases.
Yeah.
And people lost their minds. Like, you made Batman piss his pants. And he's like, I made Batman human. Like,
Batman's not far from it. Sure, he may be smart. Sure, he may have figured out who Wally West was before he revealed himself. But who cares?
he's human.
He still has to piss.
But
right?
yeah.
He still drinks his coffee.
There's one part where Kevin Smith's like,
Thank
I'm
you,
a bad
Alfred.
writer. Because he talks about, he wrote on Daredevil.
Yeah.
And he didn't know what to do with Karen's character, so he just killed her.
I mean,
he's like, I didn't know how to write that character, so I killed her.
I mean, to be fair, his writing for that probably I haven't read it, but
Yeah.
someone tells me it was a little like
It was good stuff. No.
eh.
No, he did good stuff. He's written on Green Hornet before because he did Green Hornet meets Batman 66, Adam West Batman, and Burt Ward's Robin meet Bruce Lee's Kato. And I don't remember the actor that played Green Hornet. Pull that up for me. So he's gonna write this animated series, and I think it'll be good. He's currently doing the new Masters of the Universe show that we're gonna get on Netflix. There we go, Van Williams. That was just escaping me. I would like to see a new Green Hornet. Like if we were to remake Green Hornet one more time. Because I personally just didn't care for Seth Rogen as him. I like Seth Rogen, but it was just they made it too much of a joke.
They either made it too much of a joke or did a lot of filler.
Yeah, Kato was good in it.
Kato was great.
Yeah, him as the Green Hornet. It was. I do like the bad guy in it. He's got that scene where what's his name? Rogan's friend.
I don't remember that movie.
Harry Osborn from the Raimi Spider-Mans.
Nope. And
Disaster Artist plays Tommy Wiseau.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't know his name.
Please bring it up because my brain's just. It's gonna hit me right as you're typing it. I know it is. That works.
No, not cartoon. Why did it go?
I don't know because you clicked on 3. Yeah, him.
James Franco.
Yeah, thank you, Franco.
You're welcome.
Franco's talking shit to the bad guy in that and tells him he's not scary enough. And the bad guy pulls out a gun and shoots both of his guys, and it's like a double-barreled gun. And he goes, I'm not scary. My gun has 2 barrels. You know how fucking hard that was to make, and I'm not scary. So there were good moments in it, but overall, I didn't like that movie.
That's a face only a mother would love.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of goofy in the comic, but
Yeah, he was.
he had his dad's hair.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do I got here? I got one two more little quick things. I have fallen back into playing Pokemon Go due to my friend James bringing me in.
Did you get the pass?
I got something. I didn't buy anything. If it's something I have to buy, I didn't buy it. But there is a Pokemon Go Fest 2020 Makeup Day coming, August 16th. So anyone that's like, I've been thinking about playing it and wants to come back, there's some makeup stuff for the big fest that's going on. I do have a Charmander with a hat and a Squirtle with a hat, which from my understanding they cannot evolve.
So you can't have a Blastoise with a hat?
Unless you find one, but I don't think he's a thing. Yeah. I mean, the head would get bigger, the hat would stay the same size.
No, the hat grows with him.
Let's see, what else did I have here? I actually think that might be it.
All right. I mean, we did a pretty good cast today.
Yeah, I think so.
Buck and a half.
Buck and a half. Chat was quieter today. But knowing you guys are there is a big thing. Mm-hmm. We appreciate it.
Much appreciated.
We appreciate you.
Now that I'm gonna get back this Elgato, I am going to probably stream a little bit tomorrow. Maybe.
If I make time for streaming, I don't need the Elgato. I will do it directly from the Xbox. You guys will have to deal with it. I'm lazy.
Well, you have a microphone that attaches to your Xbox, so you can actually talk to them.
Yeah, I've got the mic on my headset.
Yeah, I don't have that. Whenever I talk to you, I'm talking through my computer.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know a way to fix that other than to use the Elgato. Just use the Elgato. I'm trying to get my puns ready.
I don't like the puns.
I want to do the puns. They're not loading. Puns. If the pun does not load. 3 because 666. Okay, well, we got 3 bits because of the Mark of the Beast. I don't know why.
Mark of the Beast.
You know I don't like talking about Dark Forces, Randall.
Are you kidding me? You literally talk to a Dark Force every week.
I was quoting Clerks 2.
Oh.
You know I don't like talking about Dark Forces, Randall. Here we go.
Remember.
Okay. All right, mine's a joke tonight.
Okay.
Oh, I'm at 2,666. I don't know what keck is.
Keck is like a laugh. LOL.
Oh, okay. I'm not very versed in the world. All right. What's the opposite of coffee? Chat, what's the opposite of coffee? Oh, it's WoW terms for the keck. Okay.
Oh.
It's an orc.
I've never... Keck.
Okay. So what's the opposite of coffee? Sneezy.
Oh, I hate it.
There's just that moment of processing. The chat's even going nuts. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Remember to follow us on everything, and remember, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to be streaming. I don't know if I even want to now.
You got to stream. You promised it. You promised it to the.
I didn't promise
the group.
Shit.
You promised it. My hair was
I've
nuts.
I've got a quest thing I could do tomorrow. I'm going to do that. And then after that,
No, you're streaming. You're
streaming. I might be tired. Who knows?
Streaming. Okay. Yeah. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, both our personals and our one for the show. Follow us on Instagram. Email us. Rate, review, subscribe. Send it to everyone. Check out the Humble Partner. Check out the Geek Grind. I missed the camera. Geek Grind.
It's above me.
There we go.
There you go.
Use our links. Use our discount code of JUSTH 20. Also, check out our Patreon. There's nothing on there yet, but that will actually probably be. We good with the idea of moving the old episodes over?
Yeah,
we're gonna move the old episodes over. That'll be where you'll find the new episodes, and we will quality control check them when we do. So it's not just you getting the old episodes. It'll be things like cutting out any weird noise, upping audio, decreasing audio, because sometimes we're too fucking loud. Sometimes we're too quiet. So we'll clean up all the audio too when it goes over there. That's going to be a project I'm going to take underway and start working on. And check out his streams here on this channel. My streams are on a different one when I do them, and I've only done one of them. I think it's at Fierce Dark Hero. I don't. Do you follow me on Twitch?
Nah, I will soon.
He's going to check. I don't really know what I'll stream. I've streamed a little bit of, I think, Outer Worlds, and I've streamed
Nerd mostly.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
And I streamed a little bit of what's the fucking one we were just talking about? Rocket League. But I didn't save either of them because they really weren't that good of streams. So this will be where you can follow me, and I will also push for the pod here.
Okay.
All right. That's it. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.